Hi, do you suffer with anxiety and panic and don't want to talk to anyone? Well, I've got some techniques that I want to talk to you about today, which will help you. My name's Dr. Siyana. I'm a GP, a family doctor, that is, for those of you who are not in the UK, and I have an interest in mental health and well-being. So I want to talk to you today about some techniques called grounding techniques. These are brilliant if you suffer with anxiety or stress or burnout, and they can be used anywhere, anytime. And they don't involve having to open your heart out and bring emotions up to the surface, which could leave you feeling quite exposed. So one of the easiest things to focus on when you're in stress or anxiety, and particularly feeling very, very panicky, is to focus on your breathing. That's one thing that can very easily be gotten control of by yourself. So one of the techniques that I particularly like is called the 2-4-6 breathing technique. What the principle here is that you take a breath in very, very quickly, hold it for 4 counts, so slightly longer, and then breathe out and try to make the out breath as long as possible. So this will be the longest of the 3 steps. Focusing on the exhalation being prolonged slows your heart rate down, slows those nervous racing thoughts down, and if you do that a few times, it can really help regain control of a panicky situation. There's other type of technique that we can use to help with stress, anxiety, a type of grounding technique that's very, very easy to do and involves invoking your 5 senses, is called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. In this, you choose, first of all, 5 things to focus that you can look at. So using your vision. Look around you, wherever you are, it may be a room, just focus on each item and focus on what you like about what you're looking at. Try to remind yourself that. Here it's really helpful, therefore, to surround yourself with favourite photographs, favourite pictures, good pieces of artwork. It might be beautiful things when you're outdoors. It could be a pet or even your child. You want to find 4 things that you can mindfully focus on, that you can hear. So you want to listen for 4 types of sounds. Outdoors, this could be easy. It could be things like birdsong. It could be the waves of the sea, or even just the wind. A wind in your hair when you're riding in the car. Listen for sounds that are comforting, soothing, and help your mind to readjust itself. The third thing is looking for things that you can touch. So here you're invoking the sense of touch and sensations that you might feel. So soft fabrics, cushions around you, running your finger through your hair if your hair feels good that day, touching the softness of the petal of a flower or your pet. Then find 2 things, 5-4-3-2, 2 things that you can smell. It could be a scented candle, a scented flower, a rose, that's my favourite, and lavender in particular. You could also have some essential oil in your handbag or your pocket. And lastly, find 1 thing that you can taste. Now, if you can't actually taste anything, if you don't have anything to taste with you, think of the tastes that you do like, such as your favourite sweet, or tastes of cookies, or something else that you might like. That's the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Try it when you're feeling panicky and stressed. Another technique is called the alternative nostril breathing. This can make you look quite funny, so I suggest you try it in bed at night, in the evenings, or when you're alone in the morning somewhere. And it involves putting 2 fingers on your nose and just breathe, open one nostril, breathe in, hold it, close that nostril with your thumb, and open the other nostril and breathe out through the alternative nostril. Then you breathe in through that nostril now. Hold it, pinch both shut, open the other nostril and breathe out. Do that a few times to regain control of your breathing and to relax your mind. The basic practice of mindfulness is a very useful thing to be aware of in terms of trying to get control of the racing thoughts that can go through your mind when you're suffering from anxiety and stress. So one of the things you can do is just, first of all, acknowledge the racing thoughts. Know that they're there. Know that they're spinning around, there's many of them, and look at each one of those racing thoughts, whatever they might be. It could be overwhelm from things you have to do around you at home, it could be the people around you, it could be work, it could be school, it could be anything at all. But recognize and acknowledge the presence of each of them and how they're all battling for your attention and trying to make you increase your anxiety and panic. As soon as you recognize that they're there, tell them, I see you there. I know I've got schoolwork to do. I know I've got housework to do. I know I've got reports to write. I know I've got homework to do. But I'm not going to engage with you right now. I will find a time and place and I will get it done. Which then brings you to the quality of positive affirmations. Positive affirmations are things where you tell yourself. You can say it out loud or you can say it quietly or just think it in your head and tell yourself that you can do things, that you will get it done no matter how long it takes. With every storm, even the worst ones, even if it was a hurricane in your head, they will eventually pass. So find yourself positive terminologies that you can write, stick them on post-its, put them around you, have them framed if they're that important to you. And just remember to be good to yourself. There's one other technique called the TTT, which is the trauma tapping technique. And I'd like you to click onto a separate video to watch that in greater detail. It's an extremely useful technique which involves breathing and tapping on certain pressure points on your body, which will help to directly calm the nerves down.